Check out our online training programs. If you're a competitor in CrossFit, check out TTT Compete. For those of you that want to look good and feel good, check out TTT Fitness. Head to trainingthinktank.com for more info.
Nobody knows it's new show.
This is like somebody who's supposed to be a singer doing a live event for us.
Talk on the mic.
Oh, it's on?
Yeah,
it's working? Oh,
Mike is
come
working.
on. Let's go to the whiteboard and talk about the workout.
It's new show, it's new show. Why is it called new show? Nobody knows, it's new show.
Shannon, don't mind us. All right, everybody. Today's workout is not Shannon. Shannon is not our demo athlete, but today's workout is from December 3rd of the RX Path. I'm not sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts, but I sure like
You
it.
didn't even show the logo. Christmas edition.
It's Dunkin'. All right, workout. 5 rounds for time, 15 chest to bars, 12 front squats, 9 hang power cleans, 6 shoulder to overhead at 155 or 105. Then that workout has a 12-minute cap. At the 12-minute mark, there's 7 minutes to build to a 3 RM overhead squat from the rack, which means that we're gonna be on a 19-minute running clock today. We got 2 demo athletes, Marissa and Kyle, they're over there getting warmed up. I'll be back. And Travis, say hi to them.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready for some incredible fitness to take place. We are going to be watching Marissa go against Kyle. And for those of you that don't know, she is a USAW weightlifter. She should crush him in this. One, ladies and gentlemen, do you think Marissa will outlift Kyle? Oh, I do. Kyle, will you outlift Marissa?
He's in the zone, man.
I'm going to try to aim for 1 pound heavier.
Smart logic. Well, they're still warming up. We'll be back in a little bit. Oh, we have this large giant over here named Craig. He is hypervolting. That is called taking care of your body and yourself.
You gotta get closer. All right, 10 seconds. Should I restart it? You're good. All right, good. 3, 2, 1, and they're off. All right, let's see this chest to bar sequence. All right, so just even looking at this, you could tell Kyle's chest to bars and his gymnastics capability is going to be a little bit higher. So I think this is going to be a race of chest to bars endurance versus barbell cycling. She'll be able to, so he was 16 seconds off of that first set of chest to bars. See how many seconds behind Marissa will end up being. One thing that, so Marissa took 3rd at weightlifting nationals last year. So she is a very high level weightlifter. She's getting into CrossFit. She's 36 seconds off. So 20 seconds per set of gymnastics that she'll probably be able to lose. However, she'll probably be able to make it up here with this squat speed. It is a lot faster. Why are you laughing over there, Travis? Here, come on. Tell the people what you want to say.
I mean, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just saying her squat speed is substantially faster than his. And I think it's going to be the difference in the later rounds. Like, she didn't drop the bar at all there.
If you have to make a prediction, you're saying that the prediction is she's going to win.
Yeah, I think she'll catch up just based. There's more. The chest to bar is just one movement.
It's 75 of them, though.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you do doubles and singles, if you can do almost a full complex unbroken, you're going to make up way more time. Like, the amount of time on the bar is way longer than 15 chest to bar.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Travis giving you the prediction. We'll see if he's right. Yeah, so for a weightlifter, obviously just overall strength, overall positions of barbell cycling are going to be super efficient. And then it's just about being able to figure out how to cycle them quickly. Her squat speed there and hang power clean speed look pretty good. Shoulder to overhead, maybe a little bit less of a comfortable high rep cycling thing for her versus how good she is with the other 2 movements. But I'm sure that'll come pretty quickly with continued CrossFit development. You could see some of just like little things when somebody's coming from a weightlifting background, like they rely on a little bit more upper body strength, a little bit less kind of fluidity in the body lines. If you look at Kyle here, you've seen his chest touch, but maybe as Chris zooms out a little bit, you'll be able to see his body line in the next rounds. You can see being able to get into that kind of arch position in the back and a nice hollow position moving forward makes this much less of an upper body movement, whereas Marissa's kind of got a default here. Now she's at kipping instead of butterfly, but she's still not that far behind in the actual race, and then it's just going to be coming down to this speed. And now they're squatting next to each other. You can see just little pauses at the top, actual squat speed. It's a lot. Just a huge advantage to be able to squat in those types of positions and not have to pause at the top. She's just much more comfortable at this. We got a 12-minute cap on this Metcon. We're at the 3-minute mark in 2-1 now. We're just hit the 3-minute mark. So it looks like they should be able to beat the cap. We'll see what it looks like if they get to like true failure in the gymnastics, but I don't think that'll be the case. So you're seeing too this workout as a training session for Kyle. This is his 1 rep max clean and jerk is 255. In competition, I think Marissa's is 265. So she actually, just with conversion of strength, is actually pretty similar in overall strength. But she's got the advantage of being able to use a lighter barbell. Sometimes in training, we'll set them to percentages of 1 rep max. But today's session in the TTT Compete program is more of an actual tester. So it's a fixed loading and a fixed loading males relative to females. All right, so Marissa was able to take the lead in the workout now. Travis, you might have been right. Do you have anything else to say to the people? What do you notice as you're watching this? And pay attention, Chris is showing, let's see them both right now.
What?
While you're talking, pay attention to where Chris's camera is pointing, because that's what they see. That's what I was trying to say. What are you noticing?
I would say, back to the whole point of barbell speed. It's just there's more reps on the bar, and if you're ultimately able to get through that faster, even if she does doubles and singles.
You're fired. I decided I'm going to go over to Perrin. What do you notice?
Hey, Perrin, notice where
question?
Chris is so that's who you can talk about.
Well-
'cause that's what the people see.
The one important thing that we just realized is they're using the wrong weight.
No.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 155, 105. So just FYI, this is the intermediate path weight.
Oh, well, hold on. Is she at the intermediate?
Yeah,
She's at
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So when we go back, we'll have to edit this intro to show we're on the intermediate workout of the day.
Now we'll have
We didn't have to before. All right. Well, aside from noticing our mess up, what else?
Is she ahead now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that this would be more of a barbell workout than the chest to bar. Obviously, she's not as proficient as Kyle is, but she can still get through the work, and she's been focusing on technique for chest to bar and accumulating volume, so I didn't think it would be that much of a bottleneck for her, because she could just manage the barbell super well. And I think Kyle struggles a little bit more with the strength endurance side, and so even though his chest to bars are super fast, he still, as he's getting tired, needs to break them up a little bit more. So his speed on 15 reps isn't enough to make up for how fast Marissa has been on the bar.
Yeah, it seems like grip endurance is becoming a little bit of a limiter, just with the combination of chest to bar density and then having to do those hang cleans. Even though it's not super heavy, I think just the reps add up, cause a lot of grip fatigue. What are you doing, Chris? What do you got to say? You got something to say? Come on, say something to the good people.
Hey!
Chris is a world-class talker on the mic, too. All right, so Kyle's finishing up his front squats. You can see now that the weight's starting to slow him down here. We're halfway to the time cap, so it seems like both of them will be able to finish, have a little bit of rest time before they do the lifting. They're finishing up round 3, so that means... So Marissa is basically on a 10-minute pace right now if she was able to maintain it. I'm guessing that these last 2 rounds will take a little bit longer, and she'll maybe be in the 11s by the time she finishes. Kyle, he looks like he's struggling on this barbell. I think he still should be good for the cap, but that means he's going to be finishing closer to the time cap. That's actually an interesting thing in CrossFit right now. It's kind of maybe one of the things they're going to have to figure out with regards to the sport is when you create these workouts that have a conditioning component that, gets people really tired and then leads into a strength piece afterwards. The ability of the higher level athletes to finish the conditioning piece faster means that the best people in the world actually get more rest before they lift, and people that are, maybe more intermediate RX level athletes, when they finish, they are finishing in a super fatigued state and getting very little rest before they have to start lifting. So you're going to see that, Kyle might have less rest time as he leads into the actual lift of this workout. That's something that I think the sport's going to have to figure out how to do. All right, so Kyle there, you could tell that he's getting beat up by the weight. Going over to Marissa now. See what the chest to bars look like. So overall, it looks like the endurance of her chest to bars is actually pretty good here. It looked like more of a smooth sequence when she's doing kipping versus the butterfly. I think the butterfly is just going to require a little bit of time to get better with the body lines and comfort with the arch and hollow swing. We're back on Kyle here, cycling the bar. Barbell cycling is definitely one of the challenging aspects of CrossFit, just being able to lift relatively repeatedly at these percentages of 1RM. So if 255 is 1RM clean and jerk, that is above 50% of his 1 rep max. I can't do the math off the top of my head, but let's say it's somewhere around 55, because 135 times 2, if it was 50%, would be 270. So it's slightly above that for him. You can see that repeated lifting at those percentages becomes really tiring on the muscles, tiring on the breathing, tiring on heart rate, just everything kind of gets fatigued. But you see his gymnastics is still holding up really well. So afterwards, if we were doing some video review on this, I think if we took the amount of time that it took to do chest to bars and we compared that head to head, Kyle would be saving time relative to Marissa on that, but the barbell cycling is just such a bigger part of the workout. 12, 9, 6 times 5 rounds means it's 60, 54, and 30, I think, total reps for each of the different movements. I think the nastiest part of this is the hang power cleans. Figuring out how to break this up for yourself is going to be one of the keys to getting the best time, is knowing, okay, can you take advantage of the squats? Do you need to break? You can also see, oh, hey, guys, you can see, too, the rest times are getting way longer. So we're in the last round for Marissa. Kyle, I think, is in the barbell cycling of round 4. So he is likely going to get time capped. We'll see. He's got to finish all the barbell cycling, then another set of chest bars, then all the barbell cycling. And with there being only 2 minutes left, it's not really the optimal time. One thing, too, to notice, I think body language, posture, you can kind of get an indication of people's internal self-dialogues on workouts like this. So there'll definitely be talking points for Kyle afterwards in terms of trying to figure out how to manage that, how to manage the fatigue, how to manage the internal dialogue, how to manage when you're doing heavy lifting and you're getting kind of tired and you're getting close to the time cap. Those are all little things that you could work on as you're developing your skill set and getting better and better at the sport. The mental side of the game is a huge contributor to success, and figuring out how to control that narrative in your head when you're super fatigued. And you could tell he's real tired here. I mean, his rest breaks at the top, 2-3 seconds per front squat. This is what happens at the end of these workouts. You're just doing so many reps and you're super challenged, but positions start to break down a little bit. And then at this point, it just becomes kind of a fight, figuring out, okay, how long do these rest breaks need to be? And we got 1:10 till the cap. Sorry, I yelled in the mic to you guys, but I was trying to let the athletes know they had the time cap coming up at the 12-minute mark. Marissa now looks like she's kind of sprint finishing to the end to a 12-minute cap. I think she should be able to finish now that she knows. Hopefully Kyle will get a little bit of a push relative to try to finish this 4th round. You can see that this weight is definitely super challenged. The barbell cycling here too, I think figuring out an optimal way to either bounce it or to use hinging. I think when you get tired, you can't really rely on raw strength as much, and your technique at these percentages starts to really dictate whether or not you're successfully going to be able to make the lift. And for Kyle here now, these are looking like almost strength lifts for him. And if you see Marissa over there, it's still cycling and conditioning. Got 10 seconds, and she finished under the cap by 10 seconds barely. Kyle's going to get capped somewhere in this 4th round. He's almost done. One shoulder overhead. And now we have 7. Oh, look at this little what is this, a cheering squad? That's what it would be called, cheering squad. All right, so 7 minutes to lift. Now, this is an interesting aspect of CrossFit. So this is a much different form of lifting than even bodybuilders, powerlifters, weightlifters are used to. You finish a super hard Metcon, probably takes, is that too loud? Let's go this way, so we're not talking in our ear. You're at super high levels of fatigue, your shoulders are jacked up, your midline's jacked up, and now you need to figure out how to lift under fatigue, figuring out what percentages. So if you know, I think Marissa said her best snatch balance ever is 245. So we'll call that an overhead squat for her because weightlifters don't often overhead squat. We'll see kind of what percentage in a short time frame under fatigue she'll be able to hit doing this. And she still doesn't even have the bar rack. Kyle's still on the floor. So that means they got 6 minutes to lift. So this is kind of a strategic, okay, what weights can I do? What percentage of my 1 rep max? How much fatigue did this cause from the earlier type of Metcon? All of that stuff plays a huge role in figuring out how to lift under fatigue. In 2018, there was a workout 18.2 and 18.2A, where the first workout was, I think it was 1 to 10 or 10 to 1 of front squats with a dumbbell and burpees. Then in the 12-minute time cap, people had to build up to a 1 rep max clean. And in most people's first attempt, they went so fast that they were missing cleans left and right. So we'll see what type of execution, what type of strength, how many lifts they have. We know we have until the 19-minute mark, so we still only have 5 minutes. Neither of them have taken a lift. They're both still recovering, and they're going to basically try to figure out what can they actually lift? What can their bodies maintain? What positions can they maintain? What are we looking at over here? You think they're doing some wedding planning over here? What's going on over here? Hey. Whiskey? I thought they were wedding planning. They're whiskey planning. All right, parent. What?
She's going to open at 200.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So 200-pound opener. That's a power athlete for you. But 200, can you do the math in your head, or do you have your phone with you? All right, let's do 200 divided by 245. 200 divided by 245. So that means she's opening at almost 82% of her 1 rep max snatch balance. That's pretty heavy, I feel. But she also looks kind of recovered. Kyle's got 135 on the bar. I didn't ask, did we get his 1 RM overhead squat? No, don't ask him. Let him stay in the zone. We'll get it afterwards, maybe give you guys some sort of an indication of where his opener was relative to his 1 rep max. I would say, so what we found from athletes at the highest level is that once they get into kind of a mature training, oh, look at this, carrying a little sandbag. Once athletes get into their matured state, they're converting about 94% of their 1 rep max. All right, so that was super easy. Now it's gonna be a matter of shoulder and core stability. Her positions are super good here, so strong. Very good. I would imagine too, one little thing I noticed here is maybe her hand position is tighter than she might snatch in. Very well done. Kyle over there, good positions. He's got 185 on the board. So they have about 3 minutes left, 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. It looks like with this, they're probably only gonna get 1 more lift. Maybe 2 lifts, but with the stripping the weight, power cleaning it back into the rack, that takes a lot of time on this type of a workout. Is she only doing 1 lift?
No, she'll probably do another one. I don't know what she's going to go up to, maybe 225.
Okay. I just saw her take all the weights off, so I didn't know what she was going to do. Yeah. True, I forgot. All right, looks like Kyle's at 215 there. He's got, 25 and 15 on the outside of that bar, so he's at 215. Marissa's got 200 on the board. She's putting another 25 on. It's a 35-pound bar, so that'd be 215, and we'll see if she puts anything else on it. All right, so we're at 16:45. That means we got 2 minutes and 15 seconds. We'll see if somebody's going to attempt this. Mia, you help with the TTT Compete program. Do they have to start the lift or finish the lift by the 19-minute mark?
Start.
Well, now that is going to officially be the standard of the intermediate path. So we do these workouts ahead before we fill out all the coaches' notes and everything. Luckily, now the coaches' notes will be accurate. All right, looks like he's got 2.5s or 1s on the outside, so he's 217 or maybe 220. Let's see what these look like. So positions here look pretty solid, but all right, he saved that lift. Got stable. Definitely see shoulders are the limiter here, and he's kind of pushing the bar back. Stable, stable, stable. Nice, good finish. All right, so he's got 1:15. I'm guessing he won't get a lift, and that'll be the weight on the board. Those 2.5s or 1s on the outside.
Yeah, she did actually 205 to open, and this is going to be 225, and she's just going to go for it once.
Cool. All right, so both of them got 2 lifts in. That's pretty standard. I think I said this, that the best athletes are converting about 94% of their 1 rep max in these fatigue-based lifting. Sometimes in maybe a younger athlete that's not as trained or in a competitive setting, people will hit their PRs or near their PRs. Sometimes the better the CrossFitter, the better they are at lifting under fatigue. But 90 to 95% is generally a good marker. This one's hard because you'd have to use it as a percentage of your 3 rep max, not your 1 rep max. But she is at a very high percentage right now. So it'll be impressive if she's able to hit this for 3. This is 225. Powerful jerk, stable, great position overhead. Let's see now if we can get a triple. Ooh, that looked easy. This is heavier than I think I could do this right now. All right, we got one more. Could see the stability there. From back here, you can see the back of her shoulders just like, oh man, that was a really good lift. Very well done, 225. The muscles in her posterior shoulder were just like twitching that whole time. I wish the camera could have seen it. All right, do we need to go over to the whiteboard and change that to intermediate path? Or I could just tell you guys, that was an intermediate path workout from December 3rd. Kyle and Marissa, thanks for demoing. Oh, we want to talk to him? Can you talk yet? What'd you think of that whole thing?
The barbell was a lot more uncomfortable than I thought it was going to be, especially the hang. My legs were oddly tired.
Oddly tired? All the front squats you did, you thought they'd be?
I seemed to be tired after that. So I think it's just probably more of a me thing than the general public. And then I would say if it's a light enough weight for you to try to quickly transition from the front squat, like go into your hook grip immediately, that helped a little bit in terms of saving the front rack and putting it more onto my lats. But yeah, I don't know. I suck at chest to bar, so I don't think I have too much to offer.
Hold on. How long have you been doing chest to bars after committing to weightlifting for 5 years?
I figured out butterflies, figured out being a loose term like 5 weeks ago. So
I wouldn't say that you suck at them.
Yes, sure. It was hard, but it was fun in the aftermath.
And then what about the lift after? Anything?
That was really fun. Slow, focus on your feet. If you don't wear a belt, just imagine you're bracing out. That really helps in the bottom, which felt like particularly sticky to come out of. So really rely on feet pushing through and then imagining that you're like bracing 360.
Thank you. Well done.
Thanks.
Let's see what Kyle thought of that. Hey, what do you want to say?
What?
What do you want to say?
All right, well, first of all, I probably messed up by going unbroken on the first chest to bars, even though I said I wasn't going to, but I thought it was my only chance to make ground on Marissa, because she's just really good at the barbell and way stronger than I am. So I probably, if I ever did this workout, I would not have gone unbroken. I probably would have been way more conservative, probably like 6'5", 6'4". And then, I don't know, the barbell, like my squat speed's slow, so I should have broken up the barbell maybe more in the beginning. And then even on the hang power cleans, I think I tried to go unbroken on the first set, and I think that just like put me into a hole that I couldn't recover from. And then, I don't know, the overhead squat I thought was pretty good, like 215.
What's your 1RM?
265, I think. And this is actually 217 because I put ones on the outside. So it's a pretty good for 3. And I actually like walked backwards because I was so fatigued. So I'll take it for today.
Cool. All right, there you have it. New show. Shmoo shmo. Later, guys.
It's new show. It's new show. Why is it called new show? Nobody knows. It's new show.